Might as well get going, follow the pillar. Invisible barriers. Fine, fine, fine. Other dead people. Demon sword. I think it's an upgrade to your sword style. Probably should go to anything that seems even a little out of place. Our old friends. They're a bit more powerful.
Your master betrayed you, as he once betrayed his brother. A revenge years in the planning.
I like it. I like the twist because he was always supposed to be a great strategist, and all the pieces fit in quite nicely. I mean, it's not something that's it's not terribly shocking or anything. It's not that dramatic, but I like it because it's not pulled out of their ass. Everything that has been hinted to points towards that fact. Guess we'll have to find a new way of fighting. More or less something that I guessed at. What the hell is the enemy here?
Your end is
How badly are these guys taking them?
double sabers.
Ooh, immune to weaponry.
1,000 cuts.
He trained you to fight a tyrant, but with a flaw. He wanted you vulnerable in your moment of triumph.
I don't see how is this a terribly bad naturally us getting killed isn't exactly a good thing, but what I mean is how is he going to be worse than the current emperor?
The dragon amulet is in his hands, reassembled. He will consume my power, but all is not lost. Seek my light.
Cuts. This is your Do not resist! Paralyzing palm.
Can I paralyze Ghost?
Thousand cuts.
Surprisingly no.
This is your.
I'm gonna need to find someone who will teach me to fight though.
Your master claims the throne and my power. He will rule as a god unless he is stopped.
We replace one dead god with a live one. Not exactly. I'm not. Again, I'd like to understand what's the big difference.
Thousand cuts.
It's gonna affect the fact that we're gonna go after him, but we're not going to be able to do it now. As long as we have that little flaw, we can't fight him. We need to get rid of that, no matter what.
You have done well, mortal, but your journey is far from over. Time grows short, and we must act quickly if we are to stop your Master Li.
What is going on here?
Your master, Sun Li, the glorious strategist, betrayed you. He killed you to claim the power of the Emperor, my power, as his own. You are dead. I am the Water Dragon, immortal guardian of the path to the underworld. I shepherd the dead, leading them to my holy temple in Dirge, the gateway to the afterlife. But 20 years ago, the Emperor and his brothers attacked Dirge. They burned my temple, slew my servants, and defiled my body so the Emperor could claim my power. When Emperor Sun Hai fell, I reclaimed some of my power, enough to call your spirit here. But now I am fading once more. Sun Li consumes my energy.
Why would Master Li betray me?
Your former master has long desired power, to impose his will on the Empire. His plan took years to form, but the prize was too grand to let go to waste on his brother's madness. He consumes my essence to become a god, but he does not yet fully control his power. That is why I could bring you here, and why we can speak now. My strength wanes. We must act quickly. For you to fulfill your destiny, I must send you to Dirge now, while Sun Li struggles to control his newfound power.
I have no problem believing this. Saved me and raised me as his own. Yes, why would it have to be me though? Because he knew the brother was dead. Needed to be a spirit monk to kill him, I guess. If he planned all of this, his lies have spanned years.
The glorious strategist knows patience. Li has planned this for 20 years. When Dirge fell, he rescued you only because he believed you were a tool he could use. You will learn this and more, but we must move quickly. When he discovers what I have done, he will try to seal this realm and prevent me from sending you to Dirge.
I still don't understand what I'm supposed to do.
My temple at Dirge is defiled. I do not have the power to restore you to life. But I can send your spirit to Dirge, so you may cleanse the taint corrupting my holy sanctum. Hurry! If you restore the fountains of Dirge, I can restore you to life. If you do not, Master Li will become unstoppable. Seek out Abbot Song. He will help you. Restore the fountains of Dirge. Restore my power, and I will speak to you again.
I wonder how trustworthy these spirits are too. Having undead pop up in the world of the living is bad, but we doesn't feel like we're doing something sort of acting blinded. We don't really understand how we fit into all this. What's the game? No one's willing to. Everyone wants to keep me in the dark, and that's why I'm suspicious. Because even the spirits don't want to talk about it. It makes me think that. What is this? Probably a sign that someone who knows Chinese would recognize. Maybe.
Now cut.
What is the? Ah. Wondered
Double
what.
sabers.
Weapons work much better against demons and martial arts. Are you the abbot?
This cannot be. Is it really possible? I sense the mark of the water dragon upon you. You have returned.
Are you Abbot Song?
I am the spirit of Abbot Song, slain many years ago by the glorious strategist. Before my death, I was the head of the Spirit Monk Order, your order.
So you're the leader of the spirit monks.
I am. I was. But I only led them to defeat and destruction. I failed in my duty to protect the water dragon, a duty I would one day have passed to you. You are a spirit monk, born here in Dirge and cleansed in the sacred fountains. You were an infant the day the Emperor and Sun Li attacked our monastery. I tried to save you from the slaughter, only to lose you to Li when he ripped you from the arms of your dying guardian.
He claimed he was the one who saved me.
I can only imagine what lies and distortions he told you about Dirge, your heritage, and his own role in events here. But now, you deserve to hear the truth. 30 years ago, the long drought struck the land. For a decade, crops withered and died. Starving people across the Empire demanded that something be done. Despite his position, Emperor Sun Hai could not alter the natural order. He demanded that his brother, the glorious strategist, concoct a plan to rectify this insult. Through Sun Li's cunning, the armies of the Emperor laid siege to the gates of Dirge. They came to seize the Water Dragon's power and her life-giving waters.
What happened when they attacked Dirge?
The soldiers of the Imperial Army swarmed over us, too many to count. My spirit monks fought bravely, but I knew the battle was lost. We were beaten. All around me, my fellow spirit monks were dying. I tried to hold the attackers at bay. Prince Qin attacked me, and then Master Li cut me down from behind. The Emperor ascended unopposed, but already Sun Li and Prince Qin plotted against him. The glorious strategist was not content to watch his brother come to power. Emperor Sun Hai, ruler of the Jade Empire, stepped beyond his station and slew the Water Dragon, claiming her power for his own. His brothers tried to strike him down, but they could not know he would be so strong. Infused with the Water Dragon's power, he was now unbelievably powerful. Sun Li escaped with his life, but he left his brother, Prince Qin, to suffer the Emperor's terrible vengeance. A spirit monk child still lived. He killed your guardian. Claiming his identity, no longer a servant of the Emperor, Li abandoned his fearsome armor to become the master you thought you knew. If you and the amulet were the key to defeating his brother, he might still claim that power. Li disappeared with you and the amulet, escaping the Emperor's retribution. With his newfound power, the Emperor, as a taunt to his traitorous brother, bound Qin's spirit to the armor Li had left behind. And Death's Hand was born.
You were the last of the spirit monks. Sun Li saw our attempt to save you as confirmation of your importance. He believed you were meant to restore what he helped steal.
He trained you to be an instrument of vengeance, an agent to succeed where he and Prince Qin had failed. But with your death, the Emperor is now invincible.
So Master Li has the power of the Water Dragon now.
Then the glorious strategist has won. You were the last of the spirit monks, but now you are just a ghost like the rest of us. No one is left to oppose Sun Li.
The Water Dragon will bring me back if I restore the fountains of Dirge.
You spoke with the Water Dragon? Of course! Only she could guide your spirit to Dirge, while all others must wander the mortal world. I worried that our last hope had died with you, but now I see you have come to restore the fountains of Dirge. The first step in restoring the Water Dragon herself. As leader of the spirit monks in life, I am bound by honor and duty to aid you in this task. I swear, I will not abandon you until the fountains of Dirge are restored.
I'm honored to have you with me.
I can guide you here in Dirge, this lost home of yours. I know the monastery well, and will do everything in my power to help you restore the fountains.
How can we do that?
The fountains were tainted with human blood, which shattered their seals. The blood that stained them is gone. Replacing the seals should restore them.
Questions, questions.
I know the monastery well. If there are questions you wish to ask in your quest to restore the fountains, I will do my best to answer them.
Curious about spirit monks.
I would be honored to help you learn more about our order and your legacy.
What did the spirit monks do exactly?
We served the Water Dragon as her guardians and protectors. We saw to the needs of her physical form, maintained Dirge, and honored her with worship and prayer.
Is that all?
We also served as shepherds for the dead. Most spirits came to Dirge in time, but sometimes a spirit was unable or unwilling to leave the mortal world behind. We would seek out these lost spirits. Those with unfinished business or those who had suffered traumatic deaths would need our help to reach Dirge. But now that the Water Dragon is gone, none of the spirits can find their way to Dirge. And those already here are trapped. The portal to the afterlife is sealed.
Yeah, you said I was born here.
Many of our order were brought to us as children. Orphans we raised to serve our great mistress. But a few children are born here at the monastery. Both your mother and father were spirit monks. You were born right here in Dirge, and bathed in the sacred fountains, mere days before we were destroyed. Both your mother and father died in the attack, along with the rest of us who served the Water Dragon.
Any info on parents?
They were good people. Their love for each other was matched only by their devotion to the Water Dragon herself. Had they survived, you would have been raised here in Dirge. They would have instructed you from birth in the duties of a spirit monk. It is a tragedy you never knew them.
Tell me about Dirge.
Dirge is a place between. It exists in both the mortal world and the spirit realm, and it leads to the underworld itself. It is a bridge between life and death. Once it was a holy place, but now it is defiled. Dirge has become a place of great evil and corruption, a corruption that has been growing for the past 20 years.
Tell me about the amulet.
The amulet is an artifact of great power, though few truly understand its nature. What do you wish to know?
I saw Lee take it from me. How can I still use it?
The amulet is a powerful tool, but it is only a tool. When you were first learning to unleash the power within you, the amulet helped you to focus your mind and energy. But you are a spirit monk. The power of the Water Dragon was always in you, not in the amulet. Now you are strong enough to draw on that power without the amulet.
What does the amulet do then?
It is a tool and a focus. It allows you to understand the power you can wield, and to use the essence gems that so many discount as trinkets. We alone can draw on more than one gem at a time. You can do this, even without the physical amulet, now that you know your true nature.
It's just a focus. Why did Lee take it from me?
You no longer need the amulet, but Lee has a use for it. Lee's brother, Sunhai, consumed the water dragon's power, but without the amulet, it was a long and slow process. Even after 20 years, he was not strong enough to defeat you. Had the Lotus Assassins brought him enough pieces of the amulet, he would have been far more powerful. But Sun Li has the amulet, making him far more dangerous. With it, he can draw on the water dragon's power much faster. Unless you stop him soon, he will become invincible.
Why were the pieces scattered?
I did not want the amulet to fall into the hands of our enemy. When I realized the battle was lost, I shattered it into several pieces. I gave the pieces to my apprentices and told them to flee to the farthest reaches of the Empire. The core of the amulet was given to the young monk who fled with you. I knew the core alone would be enough for you to start discovering your true power. But anyone else would need to find all the pieces to use the amulet.
Why is it so powerful?
The amulet is a powerful tool, but it is only... But you...
Yeah. Any advice?
Only that you should do as the water dragon asks. You are probably right. We must restore the water dragon's power before Sun Li gains full command of her powers.
Attack. Monk Spade. Support. Recovers your chi, focus, and health. How about Song's attack? So, how about you go into support mode? Covers everything. I think we can't really fall like this.
You have nothing to fear here. Though many dangerous beings dwell in Dirge, these monks and soldiers cannot harm you.
What's going on here?
The monks and soldiers who fell during the battle are trapped here in Dirge. Caught in a never-ending war, they fight, they fall, only to rise and fall again. Lee cut me down on the steps of the temple. My body fell and my spirit rose. Powerless, I fled toward the outer courtyard, while the battle still raged. I wanted to see if you had escaped. Instead, I saw Lee take you, and I found myself trapped out here. The Emperor had sealed the gates behind me.
You can't get back into the temple.
My spirit cannot leave, Dirge. None of the spirits here can leave. For 20 years, I have been trapped in the outer courtyard, unable to pass through the gates. My hope is that the restoration of the fountain will allow the gates to open. Perhaps inside we can find a way to restore Dirge and free my brethren from this curse.
Yep, let's get to the restoring then.
I cannot say what fate lies ahead, but after 20 years, your return gives me reason to hope once more. There is no way through the gates. The Emperor sealed them 20 years ago. Now they keep me from entering my own monastery. If we can restore the fountain, the gates may open for...
If they don't, we're fucked, aren't we? Everything is slowly being restored. Can't do anything.
This is...
Frozen.
Do not resist!
The guardian of this fountain is destroyed, and I weep for her. She was once one of our order, but lured by Lee's promises of wealth and power, she betrayed us.
Who was she?
This thing is the corrupted spirit of Xiang Wu. During the attack, she and several other spirit monks betrayed us by tainting the holy fountains with human blood. Long before the attack, Li sent spies to bribe some of our weaker members. When they tainted the fountains, the power sustaining us against the army vanished.
What happened to her?
After the battle, the Emperor executed Xiang Wu and the others, and he used the power of the water dragon to bind their spirits to the fountains.
How did he bind their spirits?
The binding is a sacred ritual of the spirit monks. We can draw on the power of the water dragon to bind a spirit to us. It is one of our tools for shepherding the dead. Even before Dirge was befouled, there were ghosts in the world. Some spirits would become lost in their journey here, or refuse to let go of the mortal world and go mad. If we found one of these restless ghosts, we could bind it to us and bring it to Dirge. Then we would release the spirit, so the water dragon could lead it into the afterlife.
So the Emperor did this.
The binding is a great gift from the water dragon, if used properly. But the power can be abused. The Emperor bound the traitors not to himself, but to a place. A spirit can never escape such a binding. It feels an inexorable pull, but it has nowhere to go. It feels a compulsion to obey, but is never given a command. The spirit twists and corrupts, and in its agony it goes mad. Binding a spirit to a place is a terrible crime for our order. The only thing worse is binding a living creature.
You can bind living people too.
Binding the living condemns them to a fate worse than death. It forces the subject to obey and robs them of their free will. As a spirit monk, you must never do such a thing. The ability to bind spirits comes from the essence of the water dragon inside you. You may not have the power now, but one day you will be able to call upon it when needed. But this is not the time for lessons or instruction. The Guardian is dead, but you must place the seal on the fountain for it to be fully restored. It worked! The fountain is restored, and the gates to the inner courtyard have opened.
Level up. Spirit is sort of a very convenient thing to keep raising. No matter what you do, you always can take advantage of that. Weapon fighting does, I guess, has you more use for focus and body, but even then you can still use it for extra damage. Not sure where would I use style points. I don't want G damage on it. Speed increase here. Sure, but we're doing just fine now. Where does this go? Ritual binding. Since the spirit will obey your every command, you must always have the best interest of the spirit in mind while it's under your control. You must never command the spirit to do anything that might affect the water dragon's judgment of that spirit later on. Though it is the most common rule when binding spirits, I will repeat again. Under no circumstances will you ever bind the spirit of a living person. Such acts are punishable by death and judgment at the hands of the water dragon herself. How would you allow such a thing in the first place? Suppose you can't avoid it.
The first fountain has been restored. You have done well.
Great mistress. It is heaven itself to see you again. I have been so lost without your wisdom.
I have left you without my guidance for far too long, Abbot Song. But I could not speak with you. My strength was consumed contacting the last of the Order. You are the last. There is no one else that can do what you are destined to do. I had to conserve and prepare. I did not know the exact day you would cross to this realm.
You knew I would come here. You knew I would die.
The glorious strategist laid his plans carefully. The only thing he could not account for was my intervention in the instant after the Emperor's death, before he took my power. You were doomed long before I or my abbot entered your company. Had you deviated from Sun Li's plan, he would have ended his experiment at a time I was still helpless. Li is consuming my power, drawing it through the amulet he stole when he betrayed you. You must restore the next fountain before it is too late.
He's using my amulet against you.
He is corrupting its nature. Fortunately, you now see that as a spirit monk, essence gems will serve you without it. The amulet is a pathway, not a source of power. The amulet trains you to access what is already present, something Sun Li misunderstood. However, as a focus, it still allows him to take my power much faster than his brother did. Let the wisdom of the abbot guide you if you need aid. Restore the second fountain, and I will speak to you again, if I am able.
I sense my former student refuses to rest easy. The time for subtlety is past. You are too valuable to abandon a second time. Come, we must return to Dirge.
Second fountain is here, but the seal is missing. This could only be possible if the Guardian bound to this fountain has been destroyed.
So what destroyed the Guardian?
This is troubling. I feel a foul taint here. Something worse than the corruption of the Emperor. Something older. Something not of this realm. There are unnamed things barred from entering both the mortal world and the spirit realm. But with the water dragon gone, such a being may have crossed into Dirge. Such a creature would be drawn to the corruption of the fountain. It must have destroyed the Guardian and hidden the seal so the fountain could never be restored.
We'll find it.
The creature would not go far. Wait. Do you feel that? Something is coming.
Message from my master. You restored one fountain, but the Guardian seals its wish. The seal of the second fountain, it's not so easily played.
Did you destroy this fountain's guardian?
I am the beginning of suffering. It was I who devoured the guardian bound to this fountain and claimed the seal for my master. Seek me out, traverse the path of the demons, and you can reclaim the seal. If you dare.
Well, this is obviously a trap.
I agree. The demon would not reveal itself without cause. But there may be a way to yet overcome this demon. I know of a gem here in the monastery, a gem of great power. You can use it to help defeat this monster.
Where can I find it?
The gem has been kept here in the monastery for many generations, guarded by powerful spells that keep evil at bay. The spells persisted, even after Dirge fell. The demon seeks to lure us to its lair, but it may also be trying to lure us away from the gem. We must go through the opposite arch if you wish to claim the gem.
Let's go get it.
You are the last spirit monk. The wards will not keep you from the gem. But take care. Its power will be like a beacon drawing all manner of dark spirits near. Battling through such creatures may be just as difficult as facing the demon. In any case, the choice is yours.
I have no idea which way is which though, so that's nice. Yeah, this isn't helping.
The same power that held the outer gate shut keeps these locked as well. We must restore the nearby fountain to open them.
That must be the gym then.
Your end is...
What's this? Another spirit drawn to this place? Another ghost seeking to claim the power of the gem? Your quest will end in failure, as did mine. For 20 years, I have sought to pass the wards protecting this gem. Its power calls out to me, yet the magic guarding this prize has kept me at bay. None can pass.
The wars protect against evil, but I can pass.
You are bold. Do you not know my power? I could snuff out your existence like a flame. But wait! There is something different about you. You bear the mark of the water dragon. You can pass through the wards. As will I, once I have devoured your spirit.
I don't think we have to try anything particularly fancy here. Let's get rid of the sides. I mean, side putting distractions here. We're gonna focus on the main Main enemy shouldn't be too much trouble.
Paralyzing power.
Style gained, Red Minister. Is it a combat style, really? Transformation style. When an eminent sage dies, its spirit sometimes returns as a ghostly Red Minister. In the form of a Red Minister grants a warrior the nefarious ability to feed on an opponent's life force, and the incorporeal spirit's immunities to weapons and support styles. Few people in this troubled age have the resilience to withstand the spine-chilling touch of the Red Minister. Okay, immunity to weapons. Eye of the Dragon. Body, mind, and spirit. Celestial Aura. 5% chance a shockwave will knock attackers down when you are struck.
This is your end! You're in.
No idea where I'm going. Gem of Infinite Spirit. Ah. Sacrifice everything else. Brilliant Gem of Balance. We have all those. Yeah, +4 to everything. Well, it's better than Unity. Increased chance of getting power-ups from fallen enemies. Is it worth it? No. Okay, murder demon. Perhaps multiple.
Double sabers. Double sabers. Double sabers. Double sabers. Heavenly wave. Double sabers.
Church King.
Double sabers. Double sabers.
Develop. Fine. What do we develop? Spirits always need more health. "42 style points. We're missing something obvious. No, this is fine as it is. Suppose we could develop weapon skills. At the same time, we could develop another weapon entirely. 10% extra speed or another skill. Yeah, I don't know. A new demon sword. Tang's Vengeance. Don't know what would be better. Nah, I suppose we don't have to choose anything yet. Paralyzing Palm. More duration because it's not all that deadly already. Yeah, we just don't need it. They have fully developed martial art proficiencies already. It's not a bad idea to have some in spare if we encounter trouble with something or a new style we really want.
I know you. You were servants for the Water Dragon. who wants to rule Dirge. But your mistress has no power here now. Dirge belongs to the master I serve. His strength grows. He feeds on the taint of this place, and when he is ready, he will unleash us on the mortal world.
Who is your master?
He has no name. He is a being from neither the mortal world nor the spirit realm. He is darkness. He is suffering. He is sorrow and despair. He is evil incarnate.
I will cleanse Dirge of this taint.
I do not fear you, for the power of my master flows through me. I enforce his will, for all must bow down to him in time. The earth, the heavens, the living and the dead, all grovel before my master when he unleashes himself from Dirge. But do not fear, you will be spared this fate, for I will rend your spirit into nothingness.
Double sabers.
A lot of range attacks. Fine, fine, fine.
Heavenly Wade.
Yeah.
Double sabers. Focus. Your end is near.
Uokia, ipanar nuku iwair, nika sanarir, iroro ninua sa irkana.
My
Nika
minion,
surir kwana noka sa iroro.
my minion is destroyed. The second seal is yours, but even that will not avail you.
Usair kokanato, tanatia, katanano, shafatoyo, wokuina no kawair, kokanato sir ipananeniku, sisifirku.
I have feasted too long to fall to you. Too many souls, too many spirits. The pain and misery of their slaughter sustains me.
Wotowe ukawana ir usowana da hoki. Miato no napadi irovir.
For 20 years I have lingered in the shadows, growing stronger. The corruption of Dirge feeds me. It gives me power. I will cleanse Dirge of this evil.
Sata tawe ir kuwana ir sonir ipotoki. Wonawa vulkuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutok.
I am darkness. I am all that is unholy, all that you fear and loathe. I await you in the temple. There you will understand my true nature and despair.
In all my long years of study and all my life, I have never heard of a being of such malevolent evil as this. I knew spirits and demons would overrun Dirge after the Emperor defiled it. But the corruption is far greater than I ever feared. And worse is yet to come. The temple itself is the center of Dirge's corruption. The taint is at its strongest there. I shudder to think what unknown evil might await us inside.
We'll see, won't we? Whatever it is, I will defeat it.
The Water Dragon has faith in you, and I see you have faith in yourself. I must believe such faith is justified. In any case, we have found the seal. We should return to the fountain by the courtyard gates. Restore it with the seal you took from the demon, and the gates to the temple courtyard should open.
Traps. What's this? Nothing. Shouldn't encounter any trouble here anymore.
Double sabers.
I don't dislike this style. It's might not have the reach some attack styles have, but it attacks very rapidly, similar to the what the fuck is it? The 1,000 cuts. Doesn't give the enemy really the reason to do a chance to do much. I just don't understand how anyone could think these are balance skills, especially with the martial arts. Because DPS is the only thing that usually matters. The ability to damage press. In order to sort of balance that against other things, you would have to have an immense burst of attacks. Simply having a slow attack that does somewhat more damage doesn't do shit, because that just does a huge number of attacks. Even if they do individually less damage, it doesn't matter at all. They disrupt and they probably do more damage. So I just don't. Well, it's a Bioware game, isn't it? So game balance being sort of questionable is pretty much the staple of that.
The second fountain is restored. The gates to the temple courtyard have opened.
How much more until dirt is restored?
You speak as if restoring dirt was some minor task. Remember, when dirt fell, the very essence of the water dragon was corrupted. The power of the water dragon is divine. Any mortal touched by it would be instantly consumed. However, the Emperor had found a way to corrupt the divine power. The immortal purity of the water dragon is befouled by human blood spilled in the fountains. The power is tainted, allowing the Emperor, mortal, to seize it as his own.
Hard to believe a little blood could do so much.
For a mortal, blood is life. The sacrifice of blood can have great power, even over the gods. But now is not the time for this discussion. The gates are open. We can make our way through the temple courtyard to the temple itself.
Inside the temple, you can complete the restoration of Dirge.
Love the moving water sound. It has this stop in the middle, or it just starts again. So what is this great monstrosity we have to face?
Double save.
Ooh. Multiple great ministers.
This is your end.
Yeah, they are not exactly all the dangerous ones. What the fuck was the noise anyway? Once you get beating on them. What's this? Did anything? Yeah. Ah, fine. Let's go kill a demon or something. What's that? Different to the spirit bomb.
The second fountain is restored, and for this I thank you. But from this point on, Abbot Song cannot travel with you. He must lead his fellows from their cursed existence.
Great Mistress, I have tried to lead them, to free them, but they will not listen to me. They cannot even see me. Let me continue on and redeem myself for this failure.
You suffered doubt in defeat, but you are strengthened by the actions of this spirit monk. Go. Lead your fellows to victory and rest. Your path does not lie in the temple.
Yes, Great Mistress, it is all so clear now. I will do as you say, and the spirit monks shall avenge the great slaughter of 20 years ago.
Will the spirits really listen to him now?
Abbot Song has done all he can for us. For too long he has been apart from his brethren. Now he can finally join them, though their ultimate victory will be up to you. A great evil awaits, and only you have the power to defeat it. Destroy the creature corrupting my temple. Do this, and the restoration of Dirge will be complete.
Will this free the spirit monks?
With Dirge restored, a great portion of my power will return. I will be able to grant rest to my loyal servants, and help you back to the land of the living. But beware. The true corruption of Dirge rests in the temple, where Emperor Sun Hai struck me down. That desecration drew terrible things to Dirge, beings not part of the natural order. An abomination has gorged itself for 2 decades on the pain and suffering released with my murder. 20 years growing strong, feasting on the death of a god.
What is it exactly?
All creatures, all spirits, even the gods, have their place. But this nameless thing is not truly part of our existence. It is a manifestation of all that is wrong in our world. Sun Hai disrupted the natural order, and unknowingly gave birth to a mindless evil driven only by instinct and hunger. It feeds and it grows, and now you must destroy it.
Okay.
I cannot aid you in this battle. The very taint that feeds your enemy keeps me from entering. Destroy it. Cleanse my temple, and I will speak with you inside.
So I guess now the hard part starts, because there's no longer free restoration constantly going up. We should aim for the temple as quickly as possible.
You cannot join this battle. Your destiny lies in the temple at the top of the stairs.
Where are the stairs? Oh shit. Take yourself. That's not actually all that bad. It means probably human opponents. Or at least opponents that follow the human rules. Probably even with limited chi. Will also be a warm-up, so we have to be somewhat careful. I don't think we have time to enjoy this, but okay, you're not gonna stay paralyzed as well. Fuck. I don't want to use focus. That's something I can't really reach today. Yeah. Okay, not that bad. My intention is to lay the fire guy last. I'm trying to avoid him. They're healing. Lovely. And I'm stuck.
Spirit Thief.
Ah, yeah, Spirit Thief. It has become a long endurance race at this point. I thought we were doing so well at one point. I suppose we might have been doing so well.
You cannot defeat him. Thousand cuts. Double sabers. Spirit Thief. Paralyzing palm. Spirit Thief.
Yeah, I can't guarantee what will happen next, so I need to restore some. The problem is I have so much to restore, it'll take a huge amount of time to get anything really back. And that bastard isn't totally incompetent. This will not do any damage to him. health. Very nice. We don't need a huge amount of... I suppose we could maybe even go back a little bit. There's no guarantee, but that's a possibility. I want a little bit more. Might have to use the Jade golden form, for example. I lost all my games because I was daydreaming there for a second.
Your end is near.
I'll start to do damage. We're still draining chi from him, but at least we're getting closer to the end. It's actually not that damage. I'm more than happy with the amount of chi we still have, so I'll just try to kill the bastard. Is that it? Surely not.
The taint is destroyed. My temple is cleansed. Dirge is restored. After 20 years, my spirit may once more return to my temple.
An honor to serve, great mistress.
Your loyalty is noble, your service appreciated. You show the humble traits of a true spirit monk. But there is still much to do. I can act now, but not for long. Sun Li will soon command all of my power. To complete my restoration, you must return to the mortal world. Find my body and destroy it.
Destroy your body? I don't understand.
Sun Hai devoured my heart, but he needed time to siphon my power. He kept my body from dying, trapped between life and death, held like a trophy in his imperial palace. That was how he ended the drought. You must find my body and kill it, so that when you defeat your former master, my power is free to dissipate. Until then, I cannot be reborn.
And what about Li?
Be prepared. Sun Li will not fall as easily as his brother. The Emperor had to proceed slowly. Sun Li has used the amulet to take much more power far more quickly. He has grown so strong that he cannot be defeated while my body still lives. Not even by you. You must find my body in the palace and destroy it before you face him.
I understand. I'm ready to return to life.
I am the shepherd of the dead. I can restore your life, though the act will drain me of what little power I reclaimed, and may expose you to even more danger. The maddened spirits that swarm this realm hunger for passage anywhere. I will not be able to stop them following you, but there is no other way. Remember, find my body in the palace and destroy it, or you will not be able to defeat Sun Li. Enter the portal. I return to you the life that was so wrongly taken.
All right, everyone calm down. We managed to lose them, but we'll have to stay out of sight for a while.
But what can we do now? The last hope for the Empire died in the palace.
I don't know. We'll think of something. For now, we have to make sure we survive.
All is not lost. Hear me.
We must go to Dirge.
What? Why?
We must go to Dirge, quickly. There's no time to explain.
Yeah, we're back on the living. You are clearly in the real dirt, but something doesn't feel right.